Hi, I want to talk today about extreme nutrition advice. Extreme nutrition advice would be fast for 48 hours. Extreme nutrition advice would be avoid all sugar. Extreme nutrition advice would be red food dye, red number 40 is the devil. There are words that we're using that are really extreme. So you have evil, you have, something that would be reflective of a demonic spirit. You would have something that you're supposed to do all of the time or none of the time. So extreme behaviors, I would professionally suggest that you tread cautiously, meaning these types of behaviors are now being are being imposed on people's life where nobody lives well in extremes. If there are extremes happening in someone's life, extreme pain, extreme joy, typically it's fleeting. But nutrition and food, those things are everlasting as long as you're alive. In order to sustain life, you need fuel, you need food, you need energy. So to live in extremes would suggest it's fleeting, which anybody could do anything for 30 to 60 days. What I'm interested in is the people that want to make long-term changes. So it's a simple, potentially it can be complicated, transition into something that is not dysregulating. Extremes can be really dysregulating. Extremes can be something where it's so wildly different than what you're used to do, and that change can feel good, but you're used to being dysregulated and you're used to being like whipped or challenged. The one problem with that with food is you typically are going to need a break. That diet plan or the 6-week plan was just by the end of 6 weeks, you're just so tired. You want to go back to what you normally were doing. And then there's no balance. You actually haven't learned anything. You've just white knuckled for 6 weeks. You white knuckled through a plan. And so whenever you have a book or even a blog or something on social media that's extreme, tread really lightly. And maybe there can be a theme or one little tidbit or one little tiny step of creation that you can use in your life to get to where you want to go. And so if you've ever run a marathon or if you've ever done anything, you're not sprinting the entire time. You have to find a pace that works for you. And there are going to be people who can change really fast, really well, and they're built for that. But that's a very select few. And typically those select few are the people on social media showing off what they've done in little amount of time. That's not most people. And so I want to speak to the people that want to do the slow, kind transformation with their food, with their health, because they want to feel better in their body. But in order to feel better, you're going to want to accept the reality now. And accepting does not mean not changing. It means learning where you're at now, getting really familiar with it so you can take the next step. That's very kind, very slow, that maybe it's just changing breakfast. And then we look at dinner next month. It's just looking at one nutrient. And then we look at the next nutrient. And what we can add in versus take away is a much better way to avoid extremes. I hope this is helpful. If you do like this information, like and subscribe and follow along. Okay, bye.